Alrighty, y'all, welcome back. So today we are in New Mexico and I am at a place called Valley of Fires. And I don't know if you could tell that it's all like volcanic rock or whatever. And this park is like inside of it. I've seen a ton of campers, so I'm a little worried that there's not going to be any spots open, but we'll see. Yeah, there's spots, like there's one right there. All these are open. And then you've got the mountains in the distance over there. There's a visitor center over here, so we're gonna stop there and see what this is about. Oh, I guess I gotta turn right here. Visitor information and bookstore. All right, I'm gonna head in there and see what they've got to say to me. So Valley of Fires recreation area, and there should be a bunch of sites available, and we just got to go find one and then pay at the kiosk out there. There are some reserved sites, but there'll be a red R there, so I'm not too worried about it because there was some opening at the front. But I'm going to try to get back farther. It looks like there's 25 sites, so we should be all right. But this says the recreation area is located adjacent to the Carrizozo lava flow, one of the youngest lava flows in the United States. About 5,000 years ago, Little Black Peak erupted and flowed 44 miles into Tularosa Basin. Today, the lava flow covers 125 square miles and offers a unique environment for the plants and animals native to the Chihuahuan Desert. And there's a trail that goes through this, so we will try to find ourselves a camp spot and then take a wander down the trail, I guess. Let's see what we can find. Look at all these fancy campers. All right, well, I picked a spot, Site 22, because it's got the coolest background. Look at all that lava right there. It is a tent site, but there was a truck right down the road here that's kind of doing what I'm doing. He did not have a tent set up, so I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Yeah, this is wild. I guess there's rattlesnakes and stuff in here, so we got to be careful. But look at this. This is all lava. Just big old hunks of lava. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna get this spot paid for, and then we'll see about going and taking a hike. So the trail goes down and you can kind of maybe see it all through there. So we're gonna do kind of a big loop, but then we can split off. And I think we go behind this hill and I'm on the other side of it. So here it is. I'm right here. I'll go down and walk this over, and I think I can go out this way. And it is a bit windy, so bear with me on that. But it flowed from volcanic vents in the valley floor 5,000 years ago. One of the best preserved flows in the United States. A volcano was not the source of the flow. Instead, lava emerged from openings called vents in the valley floor and just came up. That's wild. I'll have to get my phone out and kind of zoom in down on this, because otherwise it's going to be really hard for you guys to see any of it. So here's the sign. You can kind of see the trail goes down, but it's just a bunch of lava everywhere. And those are huge chunks, even off in the distance, like right there. There's the campground, and I guess a better view of the mountains. But let's hit the trail. All right, so we've made it down. We started way up there, and you can see a bunch of the lava. Like, the camera doesn't do justice how big this is, or how big that cactus actually is. And it's just a whole field of it. It's a pretty interesting place. Like, just a black landscape. There's also big tarantulas out here. Really hoping I don't see any of those guys, even though I've eaten one. Well, you can wander off the trail here. You just got to make sure you don't get bitten or something. This is all on BLM land. I guess before, one of the smooth brains in the comments was, why do they own that land? Because I get that comment every single time. BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management. It's a government entity. And so you can kind of just wander around anywhere you want. And there's just like massive pits that go way down there. Like, it'd be really cool to crawl down into it. But I don't know how stable this stuff is, but it's just super weird. Just cactuses and these like funny looking tree things sticking up everywhere. And just massive, massive amounts of lava. The cactus is purple. You know, this is another alien landscape, just like some of the stuff that I've seen in western Nebraska. It's just wild to me how, you know, you go from one area to the other and it doesn't even take that far and things just completely change. Yep, the trail goes down over here. Should spit me out somewhere near my truck. Now, this is probably where I'd actually need to keep an eye out for danger noodles. Check that out. Can you guys see it? This giant cactus, and it's all growing out of the lava rock. It's huge. And there's tracks. Yeah, I don't really want to walk through this because there's cactus all over inside of this, but it's probably like the biggest grouping of it that I've seen. It's all over down here, and like this whole side is lava, and that's, you know, it's taller than me, and then over here it's just like regular stone. It's kind of crazy how it flowed like that. Yeah, there's prints all over down here. I mean, there's got to be like coyotes and fox and stuff like that out here too. But you can see like where they regularly kind of skirt the side of this. You can probably get close to that without getting all poked up. Or bit by a snake. Little snaky snake. There we go. Like, can you get how big that is? Curious like what the weight of all of this would be, because I believe lava rock is lighter. Can hear jets. I think we're just north of like the White Sands missile range or something like that. Like, so there could be stuff like that going on. Maybe we'll see some dang old aliens tonight. Hopefully I don't get probed. Well, that's it for the trail over here. There is like an observation point up on top of that. We might check that out in the morning, but my truck should be right around this bend up here. Ooh, break an ankle. Yeah, I can see it. It's really cool that I have a spot that's like right next to such a big piece of magma. Magma? It's the same thing, right? Magma and lava. Magma. And there's still a little bit of color left in the trees down here. All right, well, that's here. I'm gonna use it. Some of the other spots have actual fire rings, but I would say if they didn't want you to use that it wouldn't be put in that formation here, because they'd have to come back and clean it up, you know. You got our own trash can here, but need to get a hoodie on because it's cooling off really quick. Although I could set my little fire pit up back here. We might do that instead. Stay closer to the rocks. Such a cool spot. The sun's gonna go down in like 20 minutes. It's 4:22, sunsets at 4:59. Currently 64 degrees and it says low of 42 tonight. So it's gonna get a little bit chilly. Won't be too bad though. And this is really nice with the little pergola thing, sunshade. So if you're here in the summer, at least you have shade in the summer. And the spots up atop that are for RVs or whatever, they all have electricity. This is a tent site, so there's no electric down here. This is only $15, which isn't terrible, but it does cost $6 to use the shower, which is kind of lame. So I'm gonna forego the shower and just hit it tomorrow, because I will be heading to a family wedding. That's the whole purpose of this trip. So I don't think I'm gonna film anything at that. It's at a resort. But we'll see. I might film it, I might not. But after that, we've got quite a few nights on the way back to camp also. And I've got some cool spots picked out. So we shall see how it goes. Well, I've climbed up this big thing of lava. I mean, you can see that down there. I've got the camera set up over there doing a time lapse. But the sunset up here is gorgeous. Mountains in the distance. And then There's the mountain range over here. It's pink over there too. And then you've got all these mountains all around. Check those out. Big mountain range over there. Like, you can tell it's big. Look at the clouds, like how they're going over the top of it. Can I zoom in farther? Yep. Doesn't look great though. And you keep scrolling this way. More mountains, more mountains. And more mountains over here. Look at that monster. Super cool, man. You can see there's like a big cactus growing up out of this thing. And yeah, you're free to just wander through here all you want. One of the signs, it's kind of windy up here, one of the signs on the trail said that, yeah, you can wander through wherever you want to go. Just don't hurt yourself. But where they believe it started is way, way, way over there off in the distance. And you can go to the office and they'll kind of give you directions on how to get there if you want to go to that. And then, yeah, I'll have to show you guys, I'll have to grab the other camera and show you on my phone on maps. But the White Sands Missile Range is just outside of this lava flow. So I'm sure what I was hearing earlier were probably military jets, because they were, like, you could tell it was some sort of like, you know, like a jet like that, you know. But you couldn't see them anywhere. They were either super high or going super fast and super small, I don't know. But I better get down before it gets too dark and I can't see anything. I'm gonna need both my hands and both my feet so I don't fall and hurt myself, because that would be a bad deal out here. All right, let me get down there and I'll show you on my phone where the White Sands Missile Range is. Are you guys even be able to see this without me getting a light out? Maybe. Let me see. So maps. So you can see where I am in the park here. You can see how long it is. Bam. Goes all the way down. Keeps going. Keeps going down. And then the White Sands Missile Range is right there. Right outside of this place. So I haven't heard any like explosions or anything. But this place is massive. And yeah, it's just this big black swath. And there's a highway that runs right in between it. And so the park is just this, just this area right here. I'm in Site 22 if you guys want to come check it out sometime. It's a really cool spot, but I think I'm gonna let this fire die. We'll probably cook inside tonight. Could cook out here, but all my stuff's in there. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you like me cooking outside or inside? Because I enjoy either way, but it's easy when all my stuff is right there and I don't have to go grabbing everything and bringing it out. I don't know. I'm just gonna enjoy the fire and I'll see you guys in the truck. Whew. It got cold out there quick. But there are a lot of stars out tonight. Well, like I said, didn't pick up anything different for dinner. We've just got what we've got in the truck, so we are going to make do with that. Desserts up there. All right. Got a bag of food down here. Some hot sauce fell out. Really need a lower bed, or shouldn't have gone with such a thick mattress. Like I said, I've got some Velveeta mac and cheese, queso blanco. I think we're just gonna have to do that. We're going in on the mac and cheese. So I'm trying to use up that bread that I've got. Oh, I think my cast iron is in the truck. All right. Ooh, you can put some chili crisp in it too. It's gonna turn out nice. I'm sure of it. There's another jet going over. I'll be back in a second. Those jets are like steady flying over. And they are definitely loud. It's gotta be Air Force stuff. It'd be really cool if I heard like some big explosions going off, but 6 cups of water. We don't need all that. We just need what's left in here. I do still have water in my bag and in my cooler, so I'm not completely out. That's got to be done. Made it nice and moist in here. At least it warmed it up a little bit. Oh, I didn't get the chili crisp out of the cooler. Ugh. Where did all that wowda come from? I spilled over. Oop. Gonna have to be really careful. I only have one dang old paper towel left in here. Spilled some water. Alright. Gotta get in here. Without dumping everything. Definitely got to put some of the chili crisp in there. And the funny thing is, if you've been watching this road trip, they were selling this stuff at the World Market that I stopped at. Oh, I got to get a different bed set up. All right, we're going with a fat spoon of chili crisp. Bam. And then cheese. Smell that chili crisp already. Made it extra sloppy for you. That's gonna be really good. I don't know if I've had this before or not. I can't tell. And then we're gonna toss this in there right now. Probably should have chopped it up a little bit. You can see like the fat jelly. It'll just crush up in there. It'll be fine. Maybe I should have cut it up a little bit. Ooh, that smells really good. You can definitely smell the chili crisp in there, but it's not like an overabundant amount by any means. I know with like grilled cheese, you're supposed to butter the bread, but it's so much easier to just put the butter in the pan. Let the bread soak it up. Just like so. It'll melt, it'll get on there either way. Try to turn that down. We're just going to slap her on in there. Got to make sure we get some of the meats. We don't need to go super fat on the sandwich. I can definitely just eat the rest of this out of the pan. But we got to get plenty of meats on there. And plenty of the mac. That is going to be super good. Alright, I'm just going to eat a bite of it because I can't help myself. Chili crisp in there is banging. For sure. My wife actually introduced me to the chili crisp. She started picking it up at Trader Joe's. It's a different, I think it's their own brand. What was she putting it in? Like some chicken salad or something that she was making? I don't know, but it's really good, dude. And you can put it in anything. That's amazing. Would you look at that? That's perfect. Perfect. Gotta get all that butter in there. Gotta have another bite of this, man. And Spam in there is really good. I could just eat all of this right now. Don't sleep on the chili crisp. Chili crisp is great. Oh, I got a drink in here I gotta grab. Definitely didn't get everything out of the cooler like I should have. So good. So good. This is gonna be amazing. Alright. Shut this guy down. Although, I have a feeling I'm gonna make another one. Would you look at that, perfectly grilled? I don't think you could do any better. Everything is all up in my way. I gotta set this guy down so I at least have room to eat somewhere. Not burn or melt anything. How's there still a fly in here? I didn't think there was any flies out here. My power box is now becoming another table. And bam. Found this at gas station right before I got here. So it's a glass bottle of Sprite. refresco, so this must be from Mexico. So I don't know what's different about that. That it's made in Mexico, but definitely give it a whirl. If I can drink it with my head hitting the ceiling. I haven't had a Sprite in a long time, but it's always cool to find stuff in glass bottles. I don't feel like it tastes much different. Maybe a little less sugary? I don't know. But it's made with cane sugar, so I think that's one of the things, like they say with like Coca-Cola or whatever, they use real sugar. Could be wrong. I definitely got to figure out this whole bed situation as soon as we get back. Either got to go lower on the bed, bottom's toasted perfectly too, or I got to go higher with the topper. We'll figure that out. That is amazing. Spicy mac and cheese, spicy mac and grilled cheese, spicy chili mac and grilled cheese, spicy spam chili mac and grilled cheese. I don't know. Or instead of just typing that out in the title, I could go for like the clickbait stuff. You'll never eat mac and cheese another way again. I probably could have put more of the chili crisp in there too. Alright, for the most part we're cleaned up. Like my pot and my dishes and silverware all went in the cooler. I'm just gonna have to wash that when I get to the next place because I am out of paper towels at this point. I don't really feel like washing all of that with toilet paper, but it'll be fine. I think the only movie that I have left on here is Hesher, which I've seen a few times. It's a great flick, and he's got a cool van, so that makes it a good plus. Let's see if I can tell you guys what it's about. Those of you that haven't heard of it or haven't seen me watch it before. It's a 2010 independent film drama about a troubled 13-year-old boy, TJ, who is grieving the loss of his mother. His life becomes more chaotic when a foul-mouthed anarchist drifter named Hesher, who's played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, uninvitedly moves into his family's garage. The film, directed by Spencer Susser, explores how Hesher's disruptive presence helps the family, including TJ's father, played by Rainn Wilson, cope with their grief in an unconventional way. It's a great flick. And, you know, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's a great actor. Rainn Wilson is obviously a great actor. It's also got Natalie Portman in it. Yeah. It's a good flick if you've never seen it. And he's got a rad van. So that's all there is to it. It's one of my go-to flicks. And I charge my little light, and I'm sure that's in the cab too. Just have to use this one. Oh man, slept like a log last night. Gut full of macaroni and cheese. Oh man, My winters are all moist. I'm looking forward to a shower this afternoon, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever had the Tasty Cake brand ones before. That's way smaller than that is it Little Debbie that makes the other ones? It's alright. That's a tiny little treat. Of course, don't have a paper towel to wipe my spoon or anything off. Get something else dirty. Don't worry, I'll get some before the next video. It's also great if you heat these up after you put peanut butter on them. I'm not going to do that. That's a breakfast of champions. Probably going to have a couple of these. Stamen. Well, didn't get abducted by the aliens last night, so that's good. It's pretty chilly out there. So I was doing some reading, and I was saying magma yesterday, and it's like the same thing, right? Magma is when it's underground, and lava when it's above ground. So same, but different. There was a serious game of the floor is lava going on out here. Get this finished up and we'll hit the road. I think I'll take you guys on the trip, see where we end up at some fancy resort. So we'll probably end the video out there. So we'll get a little bit of road trip action because I'm sure the views between here and Tucson are going to be beautiful. So we just got to get to it because it's 7:57. Got changed. It's going to be a little chilly, but it's supposed to be 75 in Tucson today, so I won't need jeans on when I get there. Throw all the junk out. Gotta grab my chair and stuff. Everything's good back here, though. Get my suitcase out to get all my clothes. Alright. hours and 24 minutes. Oh, there's a van that showed up last night. Ford Transit. 414 miles. There's the other truck guy. An old Yoder. Let's see where the road takes us. Bang old mountains. Alright, we're coming up on a border inspection area. Like U.S. Customs inspection. Since we are pretty close to the border here. I mean, not that close, but I've hit one of these before when I was on my way to California a few years ago, so we'll see what happens. Yep.
Thank you.
That was easy enough. I didn't want to like have the camera mounted and shoved in his face, but just asking if you're a U.S. citizen. And they do like truck x-rays and stuff here, but all right, back on the road. All right, y'all, I've made it to the spot. Gonna be here for a couple days for a wedding. There's a little pond over there. But yeah, if you thought the video was cool, give it a thumbs up for the lava. And I'll see you guys when I'm back out on the road for another camping adventure. We've got a few nights on the way back. So as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.